Hey guys, and welcome to another Beauty and Beastie. Here today I will be showing you how to make your mouth disappear. So you're going to want to take latex and a bowl, and you're going to pour the latex into the bowl, but just enough that, you can use. So I'm going to take my bruised palette, and a thin brush. I'm going to get that red. And you don't really have to do this part. I'm just outlining to show where I'm going to, because I'm going to have the mouth extended because, my mouth is kind of puny. So I'm just going to paint that. Look, I look like a clown more than usual. So now I'm going to take more red with a fluffier brush, and I'm going to just fill in my whole mouth to look more like a clown. This is how lipstick should be put on. And that's not even, but whatever. So now I'm going to take, again, pour latex, just enough that you need. You're going to take your little wedges. These are very cheap. They're like 99 cents at Walmart. And I just got this big pack for 99 cents, so they work really well. And I'm going to take the sponge, dip it in the latex on the thinner side, and a cotton ball, and I'm just going to roll the cotton ball out. I tore it because I got frustrated. It wouldn't work well with me. And then you're just going to have a milk mustache there. And you're going to take your cotton, rip off pieces big enough that you think will work, and you're just going to block your face with the mirror. Okay. And then you're going to rip some more off if you don't think that's suitable. Now I look like an old man. And then you're going to just take that again and cover it in more latex. The more latex you have, the easier it will be to work with. So you're just going to soak the cotton in latex. And again, with your mustache there. And basically, you're going to repeat this process all the way to the corners of the red that you have painted on your face. Separating the cotton isn't necessary, but you can do it if you, want more of a texture-y feel to it. This latex will not cooperate with me. It's very sticky when it comes to latex and cotton, so you want to be I wouldn't say extremely careful, but you definitely want to pay attention to this part. So I'm grabbing another cotton ball and I'm just gonna do it all again. And as you can see, I'm just putting a little latex at a time. I'm not like going full out because it will dry and the cotton will not even stick to the latex. Yep, I would definitely make a fine old man. God, that sounds weird. Also, you can go out with the latex onto your face to like kind of smooth it out. Also, here, as you can see, there's some green in my latex. Don't judge me. I was using a paint palette for my latex bin, and some of the green, I thought I got all of the paint out, but apparently I did not. So, guys, make sure you have a clean place for your latex or you will look like, I don't know, a dude or a girl with a green mustache. And soon it will get way worse, but then, you know, we'll fix it in the end. Don't worry, guys. I got mad at first, but then I'm just like, I'll just paint over it. This will be cool. Yeah, latex and cotton is very sticky. The smell of the latex is relatively tolerable. I mean, I didn't enjoy it, but no, it's not the best thing in the world. But try and get like good latex that doesn't like have an odor to it, because then if it's close to your eyes, if you're like working with your eyes will start to water and it might ruin some of the makeup that you worked so hard to do. Sorry for the angle, but the mirror was on my lap and it had nowhere else to go. Kind of can't do makeup on yourself without a mirror. So I did the same thing with the bottom. I just connected the two latex and cotton. I connected them down over my mouth to make it look more covered up. I'm putting more latex over it to conceal it. And then you're going to want to take more latex. And you're just going to put cotton over the holes that appear, over your mouth. And you're just going to cover them up so it looks like you have no mouth. See the green tint to my mouth? Yeah, that's wonderful. Also, it is a little droopy, but sometimes you would want that droopiness to, look more fleshy and realistic. In this case, it bothered me, so I tried to move it out as best as I could. And again, with the freaking green tint to my latex, My latex is supposed to be white. What is this? So again, I'm just layering latex and cotton, making it look like I don't have a mouth. It's not painted yet, so it's not going to be perfect. It's going to look kind of weird and people will laugh at you, trust me, because that's what happened to me during there. So I kept looking around because people were laughing at me. But you know what? Who cares what they're thinking? All they know is you're going to be beautiful after this makeover. So I'm just brushing and covering the latex and cotton where I think there's holes and where I think they should be placed. So, it doesn't look fake, it actually looks somewhat real. And I'm just gonna let that dry. So here, I just got bored and drawing some more. I decided where I was bored, I was going to paint with latex over my cheek, and that I would make that kind of a burn to go along with my mouth. I later decided that it wasn't a good idea, and I just left it there looking like rotten flesh or whatever. So, people get bored and they do weird things, so don't judge me. So again, I'm doing another layer. If you want to do that part, you can. I'll do a burn tutorial later on. So if you don't know how to paint it, just wait. Yeah, latex isn't dry yet. With that amount of latex on your mouth, it's going to take a little longer to dry. But my latex on my cheek is good enough to be poked at and prodded at. So you're just going to make holes. I'm using just a ripped piece of a tongue dispenser. I wouldn't recommend that, but I had nothing else that was pointy, so. Yeah, there's a lot of waiting and drying. So far I'm going to grab the lightest shade in my palette. You're going to want to find one that's like almost your color. If you can't, that's fine. But first, before we do that, I'm going to grab a powder that loses the shine from the latex. So you're just going to grab that on a fluffy brush and just powder wherever you put latex, which is basically everywhere. And again, I'm impatient. I wouldn't recommend this, but if you are like me and are very impatient, you would grab a little something to dab at the latex to get the excess latex off. And then you would grab, one of your disposable brushes just in case you accidentally get latex on them, because latex does not come out of brushes easily. So you're going to grab that color that matches your skin tone or close to it, and you're just going to paint it everywhere. Everywhere there's latex. You can blend it into your skin too. I'm still powdering. I was nervous here because, it's powder. I had a nice outfit on. I wasn't thinking before I went to school, so that was a fun experience. Yes, by the way, I did get powder all over my clothes, but luckily what I was wearing was mostly white, so it brushed off really easily. You will feel some weight also with the latex because it is a little heavy, but it's not as bad as it sounds. So you're going to want to, this is what I was talking about with, painting. So now you're going to grab this dark one on the bottom left, and you're going to just take a little bit of that on a fluffy brush, and you're going to shade where you think would look more realistic. Like I'm shading on the outside, I'm going to do inside the mouth. Yeah. And this is how it ends. I shaded on the outside and I brushed it up to make it look more burnt. Like my skin was like burnt off. So this is coagulated blood, or you can use scab blood. Doesn't really matter which one is which. It's just this one is more like gooey. So I took a not a toothpick. What's that thing called? A Q-tip. Yeah, that's what it's called. I took a Q-tip, and as you can see, it's more gooey than scab blood, but I think either would look good for this look because they both stay in one specific place. So, whatever floats your boat. So I'm just going to outline that outline my whole mouth area in the blood, so it looks like my flesh was just like put onto my mouth to keep me quiet or something. So that's what it looks like at the end. So we're done with the coagulated blood, or scab blood in some cases. So now we're taking I believe that's stage blood. Yeah, stage blood. And we're going to put it on a tongue depressor. And we're just going to put that where we see fit. I think it would be best closer to the chin because, blood drips because of gravity and all that fun stuff. So you're just going to put that where you see fit. I put a little bit on the sides to make it look more spread out, and it's okay if you mess up your scab blood or coagulated blood or whatever, because, making it look uniform ruins the effect, and you want it to be as, realistic as possible. So I'm just adding blood where I feel is necessary and destroying my uniformed scab blood there. So this is the